Generic greetings! Simple Planes is quite an inaccurate title for this game. Although it does contain planes and VTOLs and aircraft and other generic airborne vessels, it is far from simple. I have done the tutorial and a couple of the weird challenges and stuff. You've got like combat ones and racing ones, but the meat of the game is in the sandbox where you pretty much build whatever you want and then mess around. So here is an plane, as you can see, and it's got propellers on the back and wheels on the bottom and wings on the side. That's generally what you class an aircraft as, and you can get in it and you can actually fly around. So we're going to increase our throttle, and as you can see, we're on a very, very, very simple airstrip, and we're going to fly at the end of the runway, and we're going to take off. We're going to reach, well, we're going to keep going forward until our tail comes up. That's generally when we can fly off, but looks like this one can't do that. Well, then we'll slowly pull up. Come on, pull up, pull up, pull up, and then we are now out there. We are, and we can press G for retracting our landing gear, and we can fly around, and you can turn around, and you can do sort of a roll over there. This is a wing over. It's not a barrel roll. I believe a barrel roll is the one where you go up and over. Wing over is where you go from left to right. There you go. There's an aircraft carrier, that little dot on the out the sea over there, and you can fly around. You can also, if you really want to, go into the ground and do this. There you go, and then you break it. Okay, that's obviously not worked at all, but you can smash into stuff. So where's the fun in this? Well, the whole point, you can actually change your location as well. The whole point is that you want to make your own plane. So let's go back to that and we'll play that, and then we will go to new aircraft. Are you sure you want to create new aircraft? Okay, so you get a cockpit. Alright, so that's the first thing you must have. So you can actually click play on that one if you really want to, and yes, that's not worked at all. So we'll need to go back to our main menu, and we want to build an aircraft. So let's open up our designer, and we can go to show our center of mass, center of lift, and center of thrust, I believe that is, which is basically the right, the middle bit here. So let's add some parts. So we can go to structural, and we can go to block, angle blocks, things like that. I think what I want to do is make some sort of aeroplane, obviously, but I want to make it, do I want to run it right down the center? Let's go for a riser block. So that's 44 pounds. Let's do that, and then we'll add it onto, do you want to add onto there? I think we might want to add it onto there. So we'll click and drag the part, and we'll put it like that. Okay, so all you do is you pretty much click and drag it on the bottom part. I want to rotate the part. Can I rotate the part? I can rotate the part somehow. Hang on, there we go. Rotate the part, and we want to rotate it to hang on, that's just not worked at all. I want to put you there. Alright, so hang on. You know what, let me just drag that and delete it there. Riser block, so we need to rotate it like that. Okay, so we'll click and put you there. Oh, right, so now we've got like a split aircraft. Very fancy. Right, so then we want to have go back to structural. We've got wings, we've got propulsion, landing gear, cockpits. Sub-assemblies is, I'm guessing, where you can save different pieces. So you want to go for straight blocks. So what other parts have we got? You see, the controls are very, very simple. In fact, I believe this, I don't even know if this is a tablet game, but it feels like it's being ported from a tablet or mobile device. It just feels like that. We've got a straight block, so we can connect these up, and then we'll go there and then there. Hang on, that's a different one. We'll delete that part there. So what can we do? We'll go another block like that. That's a wrong block. I keep using the wrong block. I want a straight block. There we go. Straight block, and another one, and then another one there, and then a straight block there. And can we hold shift and place multiple parts? One there. No. Maybe there's a control for that. I don't know what it is. And then we're going to connect these parts like this. So very, very simple to connect all these parts together. And the fun of the game is failing. It's called Simple Planes, but it ain't simple, and that's the fun part. That actually making a plane that works is, I wouldn't call it overly difficult, but I wouldn't call it extremely simple either. Let's go back to our structural here. We want to rise a block, and we need to rotate the thing around to connect up to there. Alright, and then we want another one like that. Right, we're getting there now. And we're on another, could go for a curve block. I think we'll put one on the back like that. No, we'll put that there for now. Back to our block straights. Straight block. And then we want a, have we got a long angle block? We do. Very nice. There we go. Alright, so this is looking, I was going to say plane-ish, but it looks nothing like any sort of plane that you can imagine. So I'm going to put the wings here and then probably some sort of thrust on the front. So let's go for more straight block. Is there not a long straight block? I don't know why you can't use it. Oh, you can use a scroll wheel. Structural plane. No, we don't need that piece. We want to go for a... Go up, please. For some reason, sometimes the scroll wheel works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have to click and drag. As I said, it does feel very, very... portish, and I think that will do for now. Let's put some sort of wings on this thing. So wings, you've got a pylon, long pylon, primary wing, vertical stabilizer. I think we'll go for a primary wing, and we're going to shove it probably about there, okay? Now, with the wings, you can scroll in, and hang on, we need to double click on it, and then we can increase the different control surfaces. So you can increase the size there, and you can increase the size there. What I want to do is make, actually, a fairly big wing. In fact, will be a flying wing, won't it? So we'll go to probably that, and then that is, it's not long enough, so we'll probably bring it to about there, and we'll pull it back over because it looks really cool when you do that. Oh, swept wing as well. So this control surface as well, we do need to alter the control surface, but I don't know how we're going to do that. Let's just thin that out a little bit. That is about right, I think. Done. Okay. So how are we going to alter the control surface? We do need to alter the control surface, but I don't know how we can do that. That is our center of lift. Obviously, it's not really that good at the moment. What I'll do... That's not what I wanted to do. We'll put that back. Okay. I want to... where is it? I want to mirror aircraft, and the mirror plane goes in the center, and then I want to mirror. So there we go. We now get center of lift there, and center of mass, and everything else is there. Okay, that's good. Why is that green? I don't know why. Let's go back to over here. I think you can paint them, actually. Right, so we need to go back to our adding parts. We're going to paint it as well. We're going to paint it black as the night. Oh, yes, like that. We can, you know what, we'll probably paint that later. We'll make night plane later on. There we go. So, add more parts. We need a... What do we need? Well, we probably need a structural part, actually. We need to probably finish off this back bit. So, I think we're going to go for a rear curve block, although I do... can that not go in the center? Rotate that round like so. No, that's not... Oh, yes, it does go in the center. There we go. Okay. And then we want one of them. Yes, that's good. Yes, that is most good. And then some sort of wing. So vertical stabilizer on the top. That is good. And then we want another one on the horizontal, which will go... oh dear, that's not going to work out because it won't go on the side. We're going to have to put it... Oh, there, that's not great. That's not going to work. Right, we'll put another vertical stabilizer on this side. And let's see. Okay, so that is that done. And I don't know why that is that colour. Did I just select something wrong? Let's go to structural and then back to our long angle block. There we go. Right. So far, center of mass is right there, which is where it should be. These are your control surfaces. I could make this a little bit longer if I wanted to. You know what? I think that's about right. Done. And these ones here. Do we need to make this any bigger? I think we'll sweep them back just because we can. Is that about right? I think that's about right. Okay, so it's looking fairly terrible at the moment, and honestly, I don't really see the point in this big gap in it. I think that was just trying to be a bit fancy. We are missing a couple of things, like, for example, a propulsion. So we've got fuel tanks, which we will put in, I think, in here and here. And actually, we should probably put them lower down. Lower down, obviously, the lower the center of mass, the better. And then we'll put some fuel tanks in here. There we go. That should do us... we can't have that one there. We'll delete that one, and then we'll put some sort of engines on this thing. So we could have some sort of inlet on the bottom like that, and we could start having a jet engine. But I think we'll just make this a prop plane. So we want to go down to, say, we don't want a VTOL nozzle. Maybe a Blade 1000. I guess that's a 1000 horsepower engine, and that is about right. Let's go back to our parts. Go to landing gear, and we want a retractable gear on there, and then actually no, we'll pull that back. What other gear do we have? Rear landing gear, wing landing gear, that's what we need. We need a wing landing gear, and we want it about there. Pull it further along. Okay, because we're under the ground, it's done that. Right. Glitchy, glitchy. Glitchy, glitchy. Right. Pull it along. Sometimes it is hard getting these things in the place you want. There we go. Yeah, that's about right. If you had the, the control left, like X, Y, and Z axis, it would probably be a lot easier. Maybe there's a way to turn that on, but I haven't found it. Put that about there, I think. And what we'll do, we'll mirror that on the other side. And then we need a landing gear on that tail. That'll go on the tail so the tail doesn't smack into the ground, and that's a very important thing. And that is not right because we don't have one on the front. So large retractable landing gear will go right on the front, exactly where it should do. That should be about right. What I'm just going to do is go to our mirror aircraft, and then we'll mirror. There we go, and that should be it. All we need to do now is paint the thing, and we'll go to black, and actually no, we'll go for the, oh good grief, military, slime green, monochrome, orange, custom. We're going to go for reds, and we'll make it, why is that? I don't know why, but that piece stays green, and I do not know why. Either way, let's just paint a little bit of it. You get the idea. You can paint your aircraft. We're going to go for bright red, and then wings as well. That's fine. And underneath as well. Job done. We'll paint the fuel tanks because we don't want, they're going to be black probably when we crash. Why is that piece green? I have no idea. Let's go to start, and here we go. So this is our aircraft. So we'll try the control surfaces. So there's left, there's right, there is up, and then down, and then hopefully rudder. There we go. So let's just try this. We'll press C. And we'll go orbit view, flyby view, cockpit view. So we'll thrust up. Actually, no, we'll go to the outside view, chase view, and we are going forward. Alright, so I don't know if this has got enough horsepower to really take us off, but we are going forward here, and so far we have not exploded, which is not overly fun, because obviously the objective of this is to make good planes, but also it's about the journey, not the destination. And we're going to try and pull up, and it's not working because of reasons. The problem I have is that there's no way for the tail to go down, so you can go forward like that, but it won't work. So we're trying to pull up, and it's not worked. And oh, there we go. Right, we've managed to take it. Oh, that's not worked, has it? No. Okay, right. Let's go back. We're just back to the main menu. So, what can we do? We need to control the surfaces, so we'll do the we'll mess with these control surfaces. So control surfaces, type roll, invert, no, we want to edit the shape of them, so we can increase the size of the shape by just going like that. That should give us a much better control. There we go. And we can increase the, oh my god, look at that. That would be so twitchy. I think just that would do the job. So obviously it doesn't tell you like all of the specific details of it, because mainly you don't need to know. It doesn't really matter that much. You can just mess around with it. And we can mirror the aircraft and mirror it that side. There we go. I don't know how it knows which side to mirror, but we'll try that out. So we will, no. Back to the main menu. And we want to probably get rid of, I'm very tempted to get rid of that wheel. I think it'll break, but we'll start. Okay. So here we go. No, it looks like because of the centre of mass is forward, it is actually sitting on the front wheels, which is fine. So here we go. We'll get up to, say, about, I think, 80 or 90 miles an hour, and we should be okay. Today's plane building beverage is a nice cup of tea. So we'll pull back, and that means the nose will slowly lift. And there we go. Alright, we've taken off. And we can go up, and it levels off quite nicely. We can go to our right and left, or port or starboard, and we can roll. And this, apparently, is a really good airplane. Well, you know what? I've been playing this game for a little bit, and every time I've tried this, I've made absolutely terrible planes, and I thought, well, all that's going to happen is that I'm going to do a video showing you the game, and then it's pretty much just going to be me crashing all the time. And all that's happened is I've made a plane that works, and it shows you pretty much what I was explaining at the start, that part of the fun of the game is trying to make different planes and watch it crash and things like that. So, overall, the game is extremely I wouldn't call it simple. Like I say, it is quite difficult to make planes, but apparently not, because I've just managed to pull this up. I guess if you know the basics of how a plane works and stuff, and you get, you know, the fundamentals down, then yeah, it's quite easy to make a plane. It's very simple. This is a simple plane. But making more complicated ones, then, you know, it's going to take quite a while, and there will be a lot of trial and error. It very much reminds me of the Kerbal Space Program air parts, and obviously that is a lot more in depth. And I think the developers of this are the same people that made Simple Rockets, which in itself, by their own admission, is very much inspired by Kerbal Space Program. So if you're looking for a very, very simple plane game that you can mess around with, that you don't mind the fact that it does seem to be from a tablet, as I said, I don't know if that's the case. I'm pretty sure it is, because there are options for controlling it with a tablet or via touch controls, although I don't know whether that's just because it's made for touch controls for touchscreen computers, but more likely, like I say, be tablet and stuff. But either way, it's quite fun, it's quite amusing, and it's not overly expensive. Like I say, you can mess around and play with it. Maybe I would like some more parts in the game, because there is things like VTOLs and stuff, but then I guess you're moving away from the whole point that it is simple. By the way, I'm actually going forward to try and land on this aircraft carrier here. Let's have another look outside. So we'll go to our view camera. There we go. There we go. Okay, a little bit of poo came out there, I must confess. Right, okay, keep going forward. We'll be okay. So we are trying to land on that aircraft carrier there. So I'm going to reduce my throttle. I was trying to do like a little sort of wing flip, but that's not worked out right. Let's do that. Is there air brakes on this? I don't think I've got air brakes on this, so... Right, so I do need to... I'll get onto the tower and say, this is Charlie 4 Jan Erickson, requesting landing on aircraft carrier USS America. Why not? I'm pretty sure that'll be a thing as well. I know USS America does exist, but I don't know if it's an aircraft carrier or not. Right, go forward and, you know, see if we can land on this Freedom boat here. So we'll need to reduce throttle just a little bit, and you can see the wake of the boat on the back end, so that's fine. We're not really lined up at all, so we're going to pull to this way. Obviously the graphics are basic, to say the least, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. So we'll now reduce our throttle to pretty much nothing. There you go, and that obviously that's really hard to see with this prop, but oh, we are coming in way, way, way too fast. But here we go, we're still going. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Stall. I've stalled the plane. I've stalled the plane. Okay, well now it's a seaplane. Hang on. Can I take off? I'm thrusting forward. No. Yeah, there's no seaplane. Actually, you can make seaplanes. There is some seaplane designs. I don't know if you can actually land on the sea, but that one can't, obviously. Anyway, there you go. There is a little bit of simple planes. A couple of things that I haven't mentioned. You can actually load aircraft. So you can go to load aircraft, and there's loads of stuff. So you've got... whatever the hell that's going to be. That thing. P-51 Mustang, yeah, that's fine. A pig pen, what's that? It's some sort of jet, obviously. There's your seaplane. Twin prop, Vertigo, Wasp, that's like an F something or other. Yeah, they're just sort of like generic sort of military jets, aren't they? But I think it's hooked up with the Steam Workshop as well. I could be wrong about that, but... either way, there's a lot of stuff you can build. Obviously, you've got weapons and stuff that I haven't shown you, but they do exist. Don't know why, because... oops, that's now not factory model. Undo. Yeah, there's all sorts of rockets and stuff like that. Either way, links in the description so you can check it out yourself. Not a bad little fun game. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.